Hello, Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video. Today I've got two replays to show you in the Tier 7 American Premium Tank Destroyer, the Super Hellcat. Now this is a fantastic tank destroyer, and I've got two really good games to show you today. The first of being on Murovanka, where we are in Tier 8 matchmaking. There's one enemy light tank, one enemy artillery, a few TDs, and other than that, fairly balanced matchmaking. Now, it is team destruction, so we don't have to worry about getting ourselves capped out. And quite early doors, I'm going to push the field very aggressively, because in this tank you have fantastic mobility. And I think at the top speed about 72 kilometers an hour. And then you've got fantastic concealment. I've got down to about 206 with this setup. And really good DPM. So I push aggressively to spot to see what's here and see if we can get any early damage in this game. But quite evidently I can see that I don't have a lot of support, and I'm fully expecting to leave this position and retreat, but I just want to get that early information. Unfortunately I bounced quite a few shells there, which I was not so kind of surprised about, but we do manage to pick up a few shots here in the Panda at least. And you can see here with this great concealment we still haven't got detected. I've only actually picked up one shot of damage, but now we do get spotted. I know I need to leave. I can't stay here. I need to fall back because we just haven't took the tanks to the field enough to be able to win it. So I just have to accept a loss in the field. I feel bad for leaving my teammates there, but it's only going to be really one outcome if I stay there, because I don't have a lot of hit points and I just need to utilise the mobility, the concealment of this tank to try and take advantage of the situation. And I'm going to try and retreat and then just set myself up basically to shoot the tanks coming out of the field when they try and leave and come towards our base. So I feel like I could add a bit more damage there if I actually penned a few of those shots. But yeah, that's a loss in that field, and we are losing this game at the moment. Only 2 by 2 tanks, but now we're set up. I'm just sitting on this ridge, if you like. I'm sort of semi in the open, but I'm just relying on the fact that I have good concealment values. And I don't want to fall back too far too early. I don't want to fall back further than this. I want to just try and extend the view range as much as I can, so when they do come out of the town I can get shots in. But one thing you'll notice I am doing, I'm sort of reversing back so I can, because this tank, the track reverse speed is very, very slow. That's probably one of its that's its biggest flaw, if its only flaw, is the reverse speed is very, very slow. So you have to be alert to that fact. You always put yourself in a situation where you can accelerate out of trouble, and that's what I'm doing right now. So now I know if I do get detected, I can try and, it's going to be the quickest for me to escape. You don't want to have to be reversing off this ridge, because in that case, you're already dead. So we have picked up about 1,400 damage, 879 assistance. You can see we're still not getting detected here, and we're shooting. Obviously this enemy TD is behind bushes. We do bounce a kill shot. We might have another opportunity here, and we do squeeze in, picking up our first kill of the game, putting us onto 1,700 damage now and 1 kill. And the score is has evened up slightly. We're looking for a drive wheel shot here on that T28. We do get that in, and our friendly Iron Rain managed to pick up a kill there, confirming that, putting this onto an even 9 versus 9 now. But as you can see, the enemy tank destroyers are pushing up underneath our ridge. That means once they've got to our ridge, we're just going to be permanently spotted, and we're going to have to fall back yet again. But I'm just going to see if we can get as many shots in we can, weaken them off as much as we can before we do so. We do get a nice shot there. I think we might even set that Tiger on fire. But we get spotted. Like I say, thankfully I'm shooting, I was facing the right way to escape, because as you can imagine there, if we would have got detected and we were, our tank was the other way around, we wouldn't have made it out of that scenario. We would have, we would almost certainly died. So thankfully we're facing the right way. That gives us a chance to use our great mobility to fall back yet again to another location. We are starting to get pinned, unfortunately, but there's really nothing I can do about that scenario. I'm trying my best to keep as many angles as we can, but once the enemy team are under our ridge, we are pushed up against it really. We've managed to put about 3,000 damage so far, and we're going to try and get as many shots into this Tiger P until we have to fall back again to the pretty much the border of the map at this point. But that's literally what we're left with. You know, we don't have any map control, and usually once you run out of map control, it is a good sign that you're not going to win this game. But it's still 4 versus 6, so we are going to do everything we can and fight right until the last minute. We do still have all our hit points here, and we're just working a way of finding some bushes to try and get some more damage. Again, you see, I'm always thinking of just trying to get as many angles as I can. Yeah, our friendly TD's in the corner there at A2. I want to have angles, because if he pushes our TD, then I can have more shots. You know, I'm just trying to put myself in the, give myself the best chance of getting as much damage as we can. There is a one-shot light tank. Hopefully we can get the kill shot. We do. That's kind of important. Putting it into a 3 versus 5 now. But we're losing ground here. I would have liked to have killed that Tiger P, but I wasn't able to. Panzer is now crossing in the open. Unfortunately, we missed a drivable shot, which I would have liked. Our friendly tank destroyer in the corner there is doing all what he can to try and survive. We do kill the Tiger P. He has put the Panzer on a one shot, and again, I can see I'm trapped, and I'm trying to see how can I get out of this scenario. I think the best way for me to do it is just full send, because I am now in a 1 versus 4, full send this into Panzer. Hopefully I pen my shot straight away, so I only eat, 1 shot of damage. Thankfully I kill him without eating any, and now it's just about, I've got to go, there's no delay, I'm getting closed down. There's enemy autoloader here, T-77, I'm hoping he just misses his shot at this point, and hoping I lose my spot. Now we do lose our spot, and that's good news, because now that gives us a chance. We're in a 1 versus 3 now. We brought it back to a 1 versus 3. And what we're going to do is we've got the most mobile tank left on this. So it puts us in a good position in the sense that we can try and use our concealment and mobility to our advantage to try and give us a good chance of winning, and just utilising the tank to its full potential. So we're going to try and keep our distance to this heavy, but what we're going to do is just every now and again stop and shoot through a bush as we try and fall back. We want him to still be coming for us, but we also want to just get as much damage as we can. Ideally, we want to put him onto a one shot before he actually detects us. That's the plan really, but we have bounced a shot. We get another shot in, because once we get detected, the enemy, the piggy, the enemy fun police is going to be all over us. It's going to get shots into us. Unfortunately, we do get detected. We put a shot in, which pushes him into a 2 shot. I think he has already shot 1 shot when he was trying to snapshot us coming in. He's just shot a second one. That means he's probably only got 1 left in the chamber. But now I'm like, it's a matter of time. Artillery fires and misses, so now I have to kill this tank really. I really need to kill him. Unfortunately, I bounced a 1 shot, which is not good. He's definitely out though. So I've got an opportunity. I take my time. I get that shot, pick up the kill. Now it's about, can we dodge that artillery shell coming in for us? And I need to lose my spot as soon as possible. At this point, I thought the enemy tank destroyer, the remaining one, would have been following this heavy up. In hindsight, I wish I doubled back and went back where I just came from. But I was trying to get across to the enemy artillery. And now this is where it puts me in a really awkward situation, because I'm on a one shot here. If his tank just pushes me, it is a turretless TD, but I can't get behind him with the artillery alive. And that's what I'm hoping for. And as I try and leave, completely blind, the artillery hits me, and that was a devastating way to end that game, because I thought I was going to win that in the end. When I lost the spot, I thought I was going to get out of there, and if I could get out of there, I feel like I could have won the fight against the enemy tier 8 tank destroyer. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. He did a good job. He went a good way and cut us off there, so fair play to him. And unfortunately, we didn't win that one, but we do have a great game, even though it is a loss, with 5 kills in a tier 8 lobby, 5,200 damage, and 878 assistance. But we still got another really good game to come, so let's move on to the second and final replay. Okay, so here we are for the final replay here on Nurnberg. This time it is tier 8 matchmaking again. There is 2 enemy light tanks and 2 enemy fun police to concern ourselves with, and quite a few tank destroyers in this lobby, with only 2 mediums and 2 heavy tanks. Initially on this map, I want to try and win the H sort of 0 line, if you like. I want to try and get in there early, but I've got to be careful because there's an enemy Vanguard, and the Vanguard's made an aggressive play. and that's going to prevent me from being able to make that cross. And you've got to kind of be alert of that. There's no way I'm going to make that cross with this Vanguard zooming around right like he is. So I need to try and kill the Vanguard, because if we can kill an enemy tier 8 Vanguard at this early stage of the game, it's going to give us a massive advantage in this lobby, because that's a deadly tank. Vanguard is incredibly hard to spot. Played well, it can be a real nuisance to your team. So he is on a 2-shot to us. I'm just poking slightly to see if there's any tanks which have shots at me. They don't, apart from the enemy artillery, but I feel like I'm safe from the artillery in this position. If the Vanguard does full send me here, I feel like he's going to die, and thankfully he does. And now that's massive. That friendly TD getting that kill on the Vanguard has helped us massively, because now we can try and get to the position where we'd like to go. And it's basically, if I get to this position, it's going to deny the enemy team the ridge directly opposite this sort of hill, which you will see when we get there. And it's just about denying an enemy safe places. Enemy Awful Panther gets spotted, and we do manage to get our first kill of the game and killing the last remaining light tank. So now we've really used sort of nerfed the enemy's vision, which is very important. So this is the ridge I was talking about. Now we've essentially denied this ridge in front, because I'm going to be able to keep any tanks on that ridge detected, and that's important because any of our tanks behind can get shots into him, or enemy artillery can get shots into him, and I can get shots in as well when he's not behind the building. And it's just about winning that. What I want to do is deny that position, then win that position, and I'm slowly but surely working my way into sort of extend the vision to try and spot the remaining tanks. I can see all the way in the top left of the map, looks like the enemy team are winning that, but bear in mind they only have 2 heavies. It's going to be a while before they break through to our base, and I can easily get back to defend our base with this mobility, so I'm not concerned about that. We get lucky there when we bounce that shot onto that enemy tank destroyer into our tracks. That was lucky. We could have lost half our hit points there. And now we're just trying to punish this TD before he leaves. I really want to kill him, but he loses his spot. We do put one in blind, which is put him onto a 2-shot at least to myself. And managed to pick up a little bit more damage. And it's still a very close game, as you can see, 11 versus 12 right now. But you can see my idea of this map was in a tank like this with this very good concealment and mobility. It's just trying to win an area of the map, because if we win this side, worst case we lose the other side, but at least we've confirmed one area of the map, so I can then go back. It's just about slowly working my safe round. Now I'm fully aware that there will be enemy tank destroyers on the enemy hill in their base. There is pretty much always is. They will sort of sit there from the start of the game, and they will come into the game a little bit later on. So I'm just trying to be very careful that I get detected, I immediately move back to this rock here to prevent shots from that hill, trying to keep safe, but just also just trying to extend the vision, because I think all our friendly light tanks have now died, so we don't have any light tanks or vision either, and those light tanks could have been very handy late game spotting that sort of hill. If they get spotted, they're just in the open, but it's about getting there. I can get underneath the ridge, but I can't do that until we've killed these enemy tank destroyers in front of us. Where they are, they're not safe from our friendly artillery, so hopefully you can try and work shots in. I was looking to try and finish the 1-shot TD, but I'm just being careful so I don't get detected. If I'm through a bush there, I don't get spotted. Again, you can see how I'm playing this. I'm in a position where I can drive back into cover quickly and not have to reverse into cover. So I keep sort of saying that, but that is a crucial point about the tank. It's one weakness. You can try and play around it, so it's not a humongous weakness. We do manage to kill out the SU-130 now, picking up another kill, and now we try to get a track shot into that Enderpanzer to see if we could permo track him and stop him from coming safe. But we put him onto a 1-shot anyway. We might be able to finish him off as long as we roll well enough. And we pick up our 3rd kill there, getting 2,400 damage now. I think with 1,000 odd assistance. You can see blind shots coming in. That's tanks from the hill. You can see there. We know they're there. I'm just watching to see if they shoot again. Yeah, see one did there. I should have blind fired to the left. I probably didn't realise that went once in game. Maybe I missed it. But we're starting to lose the game. We've lost the other side, but it's still very close. We're a couple of tanks down. But it's not a massive threat. I know the tanks coming round. One's an Arichi heavy tank, which if he gets stuck in the open, then I'll be able to farm him and just outspot him, you know, quite comfortably. So I'm not overly concerned about that. I'm just going to be patient now because I don't want to get detected pushing up that hill until it's like these tanks here. Like this TD is dead, because otherwise I'm caught in a crossfire and I can't get underneath the hill unlit. I probably could get underneath the hill unlit if it wasn't for this TD. So we're just working. He is slowly dying. We're looking for angles. You know, he's basically in a tricky situation, because if he pushes forwards, they get shot by our friendly TDs in front. If he pulls back, then I've got the angle to shoot him in the back. We're now up to just shy of 3,000 damage. Our friendly Borsig is going in. If he spots this hill here, or you know, I'm going to be able to cover him. So he's making an aggressive decision, and it could, you know, pay off for our team, because if he's able to kill this TD for us, it's really going to be able to help us actually. So he's looking like he's going to try and get behind him. He does get the kill shot there. Now I think he does. Does he get spotted for it? I'm not too sure. He might got away with it. No, he does get spotted probably from firing, because his tank does have good concealment. I'm going to try and shoot the tanks which are shooting at him, just to try and force them off the hill. And then I'm going to go and back up our friendly Borsig, because he's done he's lost hit points for doing that. But it was very, very happy. You know, it was very, very good for our team, because it's now that TD's dead. It gives us a position to get underneath the hill, and that means the TDs, you know, can no longer just sit there sniping at our team. They have to come and play and try and deal with us. So that's the plan. It looks like they're going to come in for the Borsig. I'm trying to get a shot in, but I couldn't get one into the lower plate. And then I'm just trying my best to be careful with my hit points here. Do have friendly artillery covering us here. We are a few tanks down now. Unfortunately, the Borsig now dies, and I've realised I've got a tank behind us and 2 tanks on the hill. I need to deal with this tank behind me quickly, so I don't get caught in a silly angle. And as well, now I've cleared up for my team to actually cover me and help me, which is good. And I'm going to go back and try and spot these tanks. But it looks like they're in a platoon. They're going to full send me. I just don't want him to ram me. Thankfully, he misses, and he actually rolls over. So these 2 tanks I'm fighting are obviously turretless. So if I can get behind them, then it's just going to stop them being able to get their gun down and shoot me. Does put 1 in, but I've still got the angle and opportunity to get behind this tank. My friendly tank's covering me, you know, and now it's just, as long as the artillery doesn't hit me, we go for the track shot there to slow him down. Puts them onto a 1 shot. We should have to finish as long as artillery doesn't kill me. And we managed to come out of that scenario. Could have been different if he got the ram on us, but thankfully he didn't. We're now up to 4,000 damage and I think what, 2,000 assistance with 4 kills. Still a really close game, 3 versus 4. But 2 of the which are the enemy artilleries. I could push and try and kill the artilleries. I know they're up there. But I've decided against it. I decided, you know what, they could be waiting for me just to shotgun me, and I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to go back and kill the heavy tank. And I'm glad I made that decision, because just after that, the enemy artillery is full sent off the hill, and that means now he can't shotgun me. I'm just going to be able to pull back, just extend my view range a bit. I'm going to chance it to see if he doesn't detect me here, because I don't think he will. And we do get a shot in there. We should get another one in for free, because we're shooting through the bushes. I pull back again. Unfortunately, this time I think we do get detected. Now I just need to make sure he doesn't get a lucky shot. Just going to try and avoid that, and then hopefully we can get the finish here, which we do, and we kill that enemy artillery piece. And we're trying to avoid the second enemy artillery while we lose our spot. Once we've lost that spot, I feel in a comfortable position now that we can try and win this game, because I've got this J Panther here. We put 1 in and he gets then taken out. And at this point I definitely, yeah, I feel like with 1 it's just about, we've done all the hard bit. It's just about trying to maximise and get as much damage in it as we can. Definitely not concerned we're going to get capped out. I'm going to outspot this Arichi sort of all day in this cap circle. He actually gets detected by our friendly TD. Looking for a shot here. We do manage to pen 1. If he turns frontally, we're probably going to struggle to pen him with the APCR from this distance. Like, we can pen his little sort of tumor if you like, but what you've got to remember is APCR from distance, you lose a lot of penetration drop off, and it's a very difficult pen. So I'm trying to now get to a side angle. I also want to be careful he doesn't just blind fire dirt me and kill me, because that again would maybe make me cry a little bit. But he gets taken out anyway by a friendly K-Re, and at this point I'm thinking, right, just 1 artillery left. You know, I'm on what, 5 kills with 5,200 damage. I'm having a really nice game here. It'd be lovely to be able to finish it off and get the top gun with the Pajitsi medal. I kind of thought the artillery was sort of still been on that hill, but he's not. He's actually moved to the town. And he gets spotted by our friendly tank destroyer. And at this point I'm thinking, probably unlikely to get there ahead of our friendly TD. But, you know, we do have fantastic mobility, as you can see here. And we can travel across the map very, very, very quickly. So we're going to give it a go to see if we can get there. Like I say, at this point, you know, I definitely feel like, you know, we're going to win this. If the artillery kills all 3 of us, then he deserves the win, to be honest. So we're going to try and get over there and just, you know, rush in, just get the top gun. Now, he doesn't actually pen the artillery. I don't know if that was just a ram or something. And at this point, I'm thinking I've actually got a chance to get there, get this kill here. I'm zooming as fast as I possibly can, trying to get round there. We get one shot in. We don't roll high enough to kill him. Our friendly tank bounces. We're going to try and ram him to get this kill. And we just squeeze it in at the last second to get the top gun. And we finished that off with a really good game, the Super Hellcat. So let's just see what we did. We got 6 kills, 2,800 base XP, 5,400 damage, 2,181 damage with the Pajitsi medal, high caliber, and the ace tanker there, and the top gun. So that's it for the video. If you do like what you see, please remember to like and subscribe, because it really helps the channel. Thank you so much for your support, and as always, happy tanking.
Hadouken!